never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Sports with Mike Ludlam is on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Severe Weather Awareness Week. We talk with the National Weather Service about how common severe weather is in the UP. Plus, with a seemingly early start to spring this year, how that's impacting Michigan farmers' planting season. And a deal to keep the government funded and open for now. We're live in Washington with how long this latest round will last. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We're seeing some light flurries right now here in downtown Marquette area. The radar looks much more serious than that, but it's really just kind of blowing around at this point.
At this point, yes, it is blowing around. Those flurries are headed over the central locations the past couple of hours. And we've also got a rain mixture. Of course, why not? It's the first official day of spring here in the UP. Classic. All right, we've got 2 to 5 inches, though, expected for this winter weather advisories, basically the eastern half of the UP, those northwest wind belts. I'll go over those details of what's getting what, and we've got gusty conditions continuing this evening. It's going to be chilly, especially along, again, those northwest wind belts. I'll go into all of that after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. This is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and severe weather patterns are no stranger to the UP, especially with a record-breaking weather shift this year. WZMQ's Mitchell Rife spoke with the National Weather Service today about just how common severe weather is up here.
Snow, rain, and even 70-degree temps are all types of weather you might see in the Upper Peninsula and sometimes in the same month. Tornadoes, however, are an anomaly to the UP that meteorologists say typically occur once per year.
It's not unheard of. They had tornadoes down in lower Michigan during the last week of February this year. So I'm not saying now we have to be ready for tornadoes in the month of February and March up here. But the reality is, once we transition to summer, we still see extreme weather with regards to what comes with thunderstorms in the summertime.
National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Zika says although we do have a wide array of weather in the UP, the systems that come through our climate rarely support a tornado. Pictured is the summer of 2020 when a mild-scale tornado touched down in the UP.
Fortunately for us, when those tornadoes happen in the UP, they're on the weak side of the scale, so they're not like the monster tornadoes we're seeing that happen out in the plains.
The ingredients of moist air and a cold front moving in do create severe weather, but usually in the form of blizzards, heavy thunderstorms, and flood damage.
For us here in the UP, it's the other severe weather threats that we have a higher probability of seeing. The straight line winds with thunderstorms that can do damage over a much broader area.
Zika mentions that the statewide tornado drill taking place tomorrow at 1 p.m. is mainly for those who are in the lower peninsula, where tornadoes have a higher chance of touching down. Mitchell Rife, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Those who live in lower Michigan will hear the outdoor tornado warning sirens tomorrow, but here in the UP, we don't actually have any active tornado sirens. In the event of a tornado, no matter how strong, meteorologists recommend getting to the lowest level of your house and making sure you keep your head covered. Meantime, the lack of precipitation this winter and the early warm season have started to raise some yellow flags from farmers heading into this spring. The warm and dry weather will allow an earlier start for field work, but without the snow melt from a normal winter, the spring and summer will need average or above average rainfall to keep groundwater within the necessary range for crops. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development's director says they're not concerned about the impacts of this winter's mild weather just yet.
When we've got drier conditions like this, we can be in the field and not causing compaction in a way that you're sometimes concerned about. But yes, it causes concern a bit of what it looks like for the rest of the season.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more from MDARD's director about what farmers are on the lookout for with spring on the way. Developing now, 3 UP counties commissioners continue to look into a mental and behavioral health provider. Commissioners from Dickinson, Iron, and Menominee counties met this afternoon to discuss their concerns about North Point Behavioral Health's finances and services. This all stems from North Point's announcement last fall that it was considering terminating contracts with some local organizations. A Menominee County commissioner today suggested a vote of no confidence. Commissioners from both Menominee and Dickinson counties suggested a state investigation. Now, no action was taken today. We'll have a full report on this tonight at 11:10 Central. In Washington last night, congressional leaders announced a deal to keep the rest of the government funded through the remainder of the fiscal year. That announcement comes just a few weeks after the first of 2 deadlines was met to avoid a partial government shutdown. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill to explain what still needs to happen before Friday. Brendan, good evening.
Hey there, Sarah. Good evening. Yeah, a few things that still need to happen. Even though an agreement was reached among congressional leaders, these spending bills still need to be reviewed. They need to be drafted and they need to be voted on by all members of Congress before Friday night's deadline. Now, funding is set to expire Saturday morning for the Departments of State, Defense, Homeland Security, Labor and Health and Human Services, as well as a few others. Now, most of those 6 funding bills in question here were pretty much settled by the end of last week, except for the Department of Homeland Security's spending bill. There was a lot of division between Republicans and Democrats over that one. Democrats wanted more funding for border security and enforcement, more personnel, whereas Republicans wanted some core changes to DHS like those outlined in H.R. 2, which basically includes some Trump-era immigration policies. Many hard-right Republicans have come out in opposition to the DHS spending bill and the larger appropriations package altogether. However, leaders are hopeful that there will be enough bipartisan support to get this done. The question is just if it will get done on time. House Speaker Mike Johnson said the text would be released and considered by the full House and Senate as soon as it is ready. Sarah, this has been a very, very delayed budget process in Washington. Keep in mind the deadline for the next fiscal year is just right around the corner, coming up at the end of September. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Sarah, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus celebrating a century. How the Escanaba City Band is marking a milestone. And later, 3 UP girls basketball teams battle it on the court and quarterfinal action tonight. Mike Ludlam will have a preview. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed.
That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service.
When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on.
And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9.
For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
My name's Douglas Hill, and I've been working at Goodwill a little over 14 years now. Goodwill is a place to give people opportunities, especially if they have a disability. You know, it's good to be around people, and the fact that I know that I'm not alone, it's actually changed my life for better. I would just love to say thanks for giving me the opportunity, and that I love working with the people. You know, we joke around, we have a good time, and work gets done.
Supporting Goodwill helps give our clients fuller lives.
Buckles Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brewed beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
The UP's show for family fun. Join me for Pictionary here on WZMQ TV 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Outdoor Sale. Help us save you money on our summer pre-factory order. When you buy 1 chair, get your second chair at half price. Pick from 10 different styles, 20 different colors, even red, white, and blue. You can pick from a regular Adirondack chair, or a folding model, or a high seat model makes it easy to get up, or a choice of gliders. They're all here for you to try. This chair is just $199 and the second chair is just $99. Comes in 6 colors. The offer ends March 23rd. Shop Shunks today.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Well, it is the first day of spring, and we've got a colorful couple of maps to show you here. We've got a lot of snow showers starting to move in most of the central locations at the moment, as well as a rain and wintry mix down south there in Menominee, maybe even into Delta County, and then lots of alerts on the way for this springy day. Freezing spray warning for all of Lake Superior, and that could be around 2 centimeters of that heavy spray starting to freeze on vessels. And then we've got gusts up to 40 knots coming off of the lake there. Waves 6 to 9 feet for the west half, 11 to 16 feet for the east half, and it's just going to continue to be a little bit crazy out there. We've got winter weather advisories for the eastern portion of the UP. We could see 2 to 5 inches here. Let's zoom in, though, on Elger, North Schoolcraft, and Luce counties, where we're expecting 3 to 5 inches. Those northwest winds pushing around 45 miles an hour for those locations. And then we also have Mackinac and portions of, well, this is Luce County, but portions of Chippewa County could see 3 to 5. And then the far eastern portion of Chippewa County, 2 to 4 inches. Again, we'll have those northwest gusts a little bit less breezy, but 35 miles an hour. And with all this activity coming off the lake, Lakeshore Flood Advisory, why not? This is for Elger and Luce counties here. That goes until 2 p.m. on Wednesday. All of these warnings going into our Wednesday, where we could see some water on low-lying properties and roads. So just be prepared. And since it is Severe Weather Awareness Week, flooding, that is a severe weather situation we run into up here every once in a while. Tips to stay alive: make sure you are aware, stay informed, keep up to date, and make sure you go slow. Do not drive through flooding roads. Bad idea. And then make sure you take action if possible, or if necessary, get to higher ground. You definitely do not want to be driving through any of those flooding activities, because cars, SUVs and trucks can be swept away here. Let's take a look here. 6 inches of fast moving water can just swipe away those big vehicles, and then 2 feet of rushing water can also, 2 feet can rush away those vehicles. 6 inches can knock things over. So make sure you are aware of that. I'll go over some tornado safety tips after the break here in about 15 minutes. Tonight, we are going to be very chilly. We've also got some wind chills with all of these gusty conditions, especially for Houghton, where you could see 0 to 10 degrees for those wind chills. And then taking a look tomorrow, Frosty Treats Day. I know Sarah's excited about that. We are going to be very cold for ice cream, but that's okay. We'll warm up just a little bit on our Friday.
Never too cold for ice cream. Thank you very much, Ariane. This year, the Escanaba City Band is celebrating 100 years of performing for the community. According to an archived Daily Press article, the band held its first organizational meeting on March 19th, 1924 at the Escanaba City Hall. The band's first conductor was Joseph H. Greenfield, a widely known director and music teacher who had just returned from England. The music has continued ever since, with band members ranging in age from 18 to 93 years old. At its regular concert on July 24th, the City Band will formally celebrate its 100th anniversary, with members and Mayor Mark Amell presenting a proclamation in the band's honor. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're getting some easy diet advice for National Nutrition Month. Our conversation with Aspires Health is just 2 minutes away.
Nobody knows that I found the Advantage first and then replanted it. I want to send them on a wild goose chase. The hardest part is to keep a straight face.
Tried to be good, but it's good to be bad, to be bad.
Mermaid, dragon.
To be bad, to be bad.
Giddy up, because we're about to play. I'm a fantastic liar. I just found out.
A new Survivor, Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Hi friends, Richard Karn here. Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
March is National Nutrition Month, and tonight we are learning about ways to promote better health through what we put in our bodies. Joining us tonight with more from Aspirus Health is registered dietitian Susanna Severson. Thanks for joining us, Susanna.
Sarah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first off, just tell us the significance of National Nutrition Month and the goal of it.
Sure. So National Nutrition Month started in 1973 as an education campaign to really encourage the public to make informed decisions regarding their food choices and develop healthy eating and healthy physical activity habits.
Great. Yeah. Can you share some ways that we can maintain a healthy diet? And I know we all have very busy schedules and very demanding, weeks ahead of us, but how can we maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle?
Sure. Everyone's got a busy schedule, like you mentioned. So there are things that we can do like meal planning. We can also prepare our food ahead of time by cooking our proteins in bulk, our starches in bulk for the week, maybe even preparing our produce ahead of time. We can also rely on pre-cut produce, frozen or canned vegetables, also pre-marinated meat or rotisserie chickens.
Yeah, what advice would you give to someone who wants to make that start of being more conscious about their diet and the foods that they eat, but they don't really know where to begin?
So that would be starting to make small goals for yourself. It could be as simply as saying, I'm going to try and include a vegetable with dinner, or 2 vegetables with dinner if that's where you're already starting. Or I want to include a fruit with breakfast, and set yourself a goal of maybe starting with 2 to 3 times a week and build from there.
Yeah, I know there's always a lot of talk about meal planning and meal prepping. Where does someone even begin with all of that? I know sometimes even for me, I get overwhelmed with, well, what if I'm not in the mood for this meal by the time Friday comes? So how do people kind of get started with that?
So kind of making yourself like a loose meal plan for the week can be a good place to start. Some families find it easier to do things like theme days out of the week. So maybe you're doing Taco Tuesday or Thursdays over leftover day, because Thursdays are going to be a busy day for us. Or maybe Friday is a slower day, so we do homemade pizzas, those sorts of things. Keeping foods in the freezer for lunches, because we cook maybe a bulk favorite meal. So we doubled or tripled that. Recipe is a great place to start.
Yeah. When people are planning those meals, what are the main things that they should be focusing on?
So you could use My Plate as a starting point. So it splits your plate into half fruits and vegetables, a quarter protein, and a quarter grains or starches. And that would be a good place to start building your meals and your plates.
Gotcha. What would be a good way for people to start incorporating more fruits and vegetables into their diet? I know even for me, sometimes it's hard to keep fruit around because it goes bad so quickly. So where do they start with that?
So one way to make sure that you're eating your produce right away is to, as soon as you purchase it, prep it right away. So that would be washing, cutting, and then putting it in storage containers. That can really keep your produce healthy and stop it from rotting a lot quicker. You could also rely on things like frozen cans and frozen and canned fruits and vegetables. Keeping your produce in the refrigerator at eye level is another great way to incorporate that into your diet.
Awesome. Well, Susanna, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Still ahead tonight, high school basketball action heats up. Girls basketball quarterfinals and the 3 UP teams that are in the running. Mike Ludlum has a preview of tonight's games. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. This event is a little ways out, but good to have on your radar. The YMCA of Marquette County is hosting Healthy Kids Day on April 20th, and volunteers are needed to help set up and run some games and fun fitness stations around the gym. This is a free event for families, and volunteers are asked to register by April 6th. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com. We'll be back after this.
The FBI's are back.
Is there going to be another attack?
I was trying to find the guy who tried to kill my team. This hack could be one guy to laptop.
We can't wait any longer. Breach.
We're already in danger.
This guy is wanted for murder.
CBS Tuesday is FBI night.
Hopefully they don't send us the bill for that.
New episodes tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Get ready to march up the aisle with Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. March is Wedding Band Month. We will have a wedding band event March 12th through the 23rd. We will have over 100 different bands in for viewing. Whether your engagement ring is for me or not, I will find you the perfect band for your big day. Come see me for the ultimate bridal experience personalized just for you. Wedding bands
at Richardson Jewelers.
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. 3 Upper Peninsula girls basketball teams take part in quarterfinal action tonight. 2 squads will meet in Gladstone. The other plays in Sault Ste. Marie. The Negaunee Miners reached the Division II quarterfinal with regional wins last week over Petoskey and Ludington. This evening, Mike O'Donnell's Miners will face Flint Powers Catholic at Sault Ste. Marie High School. The Miners are 25-1. Their only loss to Ishpeming. The Chargers are 23-3. Flint Powers' 3 losses are to teams that only had 4 losses each this season. Tip-off from Sioux High is set for a little after 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, in Division 4, the 18-7 St. Ignace Saints will face the 25-1 Ishpeming Hematites at Gladstone High School. Ishpeming's only loss was to Negaunee. St. Ignace has won 5 state titles under UP Sports Hall of Fame coach Doreen Ingalls. The last one was in 2015. You know Ishpeming will press. The question is, will the Saints return the favor? This game begins a little after 7 o'clock, and we'll have highlights of both games tonight on your WZMQ 19 News at 11. Turning to NCAA Division II Midwest basketball, Ferris State women qualified for their first Elite Eight with a 49-46 win last night at Grand Valley State. The Bulldogs won 2 out of 3 over the Lakers this season. This Elite Eight will take place in St. Joseph, Missouri. Meanwhile, Lake Superior State and Ferris State men meet tonight in Indianapolis for that Midwest region title. The winner of that game will advance to the Elite Eight at Evansville, Indiana. The Michigan State Spartans battle one of the other MSUs, Mississippi State, in the first round of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on Thursday. The game will take place in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the 26th straight year the Spartans have reached the big dance, and head coach Tom Izzo knows his team has been tested.
We just played in a football game on hardwood, so I'm not, concerned about that. I heard they're very athletic, and like I said, I know very little about them. Probably tomorrow or the next day, whenever we meet again, I'll give you a lot better rundown. But right now, I'm just happy we're in. I'm happy we have an opportunity to keep playing. I'm hoping we can use the experiences we've had to put some things together and see where it takes us.
You can see the game right here on TV 19. Tip-off is set for 12:15 Eastern Time. Again, that's on Thursday. Turning to college hockey, a wild one Saturday night at Michigan Tech. That is the first goal of the game for the Huskies in the second period by Jack Works, and they tied the game at 1 against Minnesota State. We jump to the third period. Minnesota State's a 2-1 advantage, but Cass Rasmussen will get a goal coming up, and that would put the Huskies back into a tie. Then with about 5 minutes to go, there's Cass Rasmussen's goal right there. That was at 1:33 of the third. Now Minnesota State took a 3-2 lead, but Michigan Tech would catch a break. The puck is on the net, and ever so briefly, a Minnesota State player put his glove over the puck, and the referee says that's a penalty shot. And Captain Logan Pietla says, well, I'll take care of that, thank you very much. One extra little move at the end, he puts that one home. It was a game tied at 3 at 15-27. Then approaching 10 seconds to go in the game, Michigan Tech is going to lose the face-off, but Minnesota State will not be able to clear the puck. All of a sudden, Logan Pietla swats it off the stick, off the glass, off that glove, and off the helmet and in. I can't say it any faster than that. Yes, that's right. They were able to kill off the last 9.1 seconds. Michigan Tech, your winner by the score of 4-3. So the Huskies will play for the CCHA Championship Friday at Bemidji State, and the Huskies were 2-1-1 against the Beavers in the regular season. More youth hockey scores. Thank you. Congratulations to a pair of state champions. Marquette Junior Wildcats in Midget Double B defeated Taylor Bell-Tire 4-3 in double overtime. And in the Ann Dairy State Tournament over at Grand Rapids, it was the Sioux Elks defeating Grand Valley White by the score of 4-2. So a couple more state champion trophies coming back here. And we will be right back.
Tonight, the health risks uncovered in the drinking water supply of a major U.S. city. And could sucking pollution out of the air help solve the climate crisis? And as spring arrives, a freeze warning hits millions of Americans on the CBS Evening News.
Are y'all ready for me to bring out this amazing cast?
From Girls 5 Ever, we've got Sarah Bareilles, Busy Phillips, Paula Pell, and Renee Elise Goldsberry.
I love y'all so much, can you tell?
Plus Arthur the King's Natalie Emanuel on The Jennifer Hudson Show.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors at the best price. This bright white 6-panel interior door is $139.99 after rebate. Give your home an elegant look without the mess with Palisade waterproof wall tiles. They're durable, easy to install, don't require grout, and are ideal for any room in your home. A 10-pack of wall tiles is $59.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent. That's the problem.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
powerful.
I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. I'm going to throw you out real quick.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Those were the days.
Here's to yesterday.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Winter weather advisories for the eastern portion of the UP. These going until Wednesday afternoon. I'll have everything updated on our website. We also have wind chills tomorrow. It is going to feel very cold in the morning into our afternoon and then our evening as well. But you know what? It is Frosty Treat Day. It's going to be about 19 degrees here in Marquette. Mostly cloudy skies for everybody.
Finally tonight at the UP State Fairgrounds, local organizations and businesses teamed up today to feed veterans and their loved ones for Easter. The Community Foundation of Delta County hosted a drive-through food basket distribution for 150 veterans. Sakely's Confectionery provided chocolate Easter eggs and food from Feeding America and Aldi. With several entrees, fruits, veggies, bread, and more, there's enough for each veteran to make several meals for Easter. The Community Foundation for Delta County says this was the largest amount of food volunteers have distributed so far. That's it for now. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.
WZMQ TV 19, continuing to stand with the people.